Hey everyone, I am going to work in my 8x8 Dilutions journal with the black pages. I pulled out some different colors of Posca paint pens that I hope to use. I did pull out a stencil and a little bit of paste. I also have my matte medium, my Liquitex. I tore up a bunch of, just different papers and tissue paper and napkin and book paper and jelly plated paper. So I have all of that. And I also have these flowers, which I would like to use. I don't know how many on this page, but we will see. So the first piece that I have on here already is a jelly plated print. And you can see I actually jelly plated on the Stampin' Up, you know, the big pad that they have, that grid paper, which I absolutely love to use. Like I would use it kind of like as drop paper. And I have some jelly plated. So I'm going to go ahead and get them down. Get them down. So for those of you, so this is a collage page, right? So collage is just like, you know, when you were little and you would take your Mod Podge and you would put, you know, whatever it was. My goodness, if it was, I don't know, schoolwork or maybe, you know, back in the day, like, you know, I'm going to show my age here, but, you know, the old Davy Jones kind of, you know, pictures. Gosh, what were those magazines called? Teen Magazine? Was that what it was? Where it would have, like, the pictures of all the, you know, famous people at that point in time. Was it Teen Magazine? Kind of sounds familiar, but who knows? But anyway, so whatever you would collage when you were little, this is really the same thing. It just, you know, is a bit more expensive these days. And I totally enjoy. I totally enjoy this type of art. So I'm just going to continue getting the different pieces down. And you can do this with little pieces. I mean, I even do this type of creating on like a Rolodex card. You can use index cards, right? How many people have done the 60 days of working on index cards, right? I've done that in the past. So, yep. So same type of thing. You know, you can do this really on anything, anywhere. And it's fun because, I don't know. You just kind of feel, I want to say creative, but it goes fairly fast, as you can see, which is good. I like fairly fast. Fairly fast is good for me. And then these smaller pieces I will save to use on my Rolodex cards, which are also just something else I totally adore working on. So I do want to make sure that all of my papers overlap. And I also am looking to make sure that I have, you know, similar colors around the page. I don't want like all the orange in one spot. So like I have orange here and orange here. So it just kind of works for me that way. And I'm going to pull in some jelly plated tissue paper. And you put whatever you're using, whether it's Mod Podge or Liquitex, or if you're using any other brand, you'll want to make sure that you put some on the bottom of the paper and then again on the top. And with the tissue paper, you can certainly see where there is no paint, it certainly becomes transparent. And I'll pull in some of this awesome pink. And so again, I'm looking at color. So now I feel like I have like a lot of pink over here. So I want to get some up here in the corner. And I'm actually, this straight, well, it's not really straight, but this edge right here caught my eye. So I'm going to get this down here. And you'll notice that when I do this, I do multiple layers. I definitely like to build my layers. In the end, you can definitely see, you know, little bits of every single layer, and I do love that. I think I'm going to save this owl paper for closer to the top of it. I do have this. I don't know if that's really the right colors. Really, this owl napkin, I'm not sure. These two actually look good together. Maybe that's a whole different page. Oh, I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. All right, I'll pull in some of this tissue paper. And I want to try to cover up the black. It doesn't all have to be covered up, but I would like to, you know, try to get it covered if possible. Let's see. Yeah. So you just keep going and going. You just keep going and going. So what I would recommend, if you have never done this before, all you need is a bunch of scrap paper, right? You can even use little pieces of scrapbook paper for this. And what I would recommend if you use scrapbook paper, tear it so that you can like see the white core of the paper. So you'll tear it this way, and because that'll soften the edges, because scrapbook paper obviously is thicker than a tissue paper would be, and just a little bit more difficult to put down. And so you might even need a little bit heavier gel to use. So this is a liquid, a matte medium. It's a fluid medium, which means that it's only going to hold paper and not really, really heavy paper unless you saturate it. So if you do use scrapbook paper, you're going to want to get some heavier, thicker matte medium, because it's going to hold it down better. It will hold it down better. Okay, so I'm just going to pull this little piece right here. So even this paper, which is that Stampin' Up! Paper, is even a little bit heavy for this particular type of liquid matte medium. Okay. So let's see what I have here. I have these flowers. I think I'm going to get just a little bit more of this on first. And I don't want any straight edges. Although, again, I'll keep this for a Rolodex card. And I do have a piece of this over here. So I'm thinking I'll put a piece over here. And I like that. All right. Do I need to do any more anywhere at this point? I don't think so. So now I'm going to build even more on top of this. I'm going to take these flowers, and I did not do these flowers. I got these in a swap. I'm sure it was with Crazy Island Family. Gosh, we had such great swaps with that group. I love those swaps. In fact, I think I have some other things here that I'm going to use from the swap as well. The different swaps. They had a swap. I don't know if they still do it. They had a swap every month. Oh, it was so much fun, and it was like all handmade, but nothing difficult. It was a lot of fun. All right. And I think I'm going to put one more here, and then maybe dry it a little bit. And you can see I'm taking off, although I probably don't really have to because this white paper is going to become transparent as soon as the gel hits it. I'll go ahead and put this one down here. All right, nice, 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 nice. Okay, so that is a very good beginning. And I'm going to go ahead and dry that. Oh, this isn't sticking over here. Let me get that down. And believe it or not, after even putting all of that on there, it's not going to take too much to dry. And I don't need it fully dry. I just want to get that super tackiness off of here before I put another layer on. And I want to figure out actually what I want to do next. So I do have a stencil I pulled out with some paste. So we'll see if I'm going to use that. I do have my gelatos, which I pulled out. I definitely want to get some more color on here. I have some tickets and some borders, also from the old Crazy Island Family swaps. And look at how pretty this piece is. This is, I think, an Amy Tan piece. And look at the owl and the feather. So I have all these things out, but I don't know what I'll use. I'm actually going to put down... No, I think I'm going to hold off on this. So right now I'm kind of thinking maybe that's going to sit on there, because if I just put an owl on here, it's going to just kind of be hanging out in the middle of nowhere. So this can kind of be almost like his piece of wood. Maybe I'll do it down here, something like that. I don't know, but I'm just trying to think a little bit. I do have, see, this is from Crazy Island Family from 2015. I do have these. That would also look really cute. All right, I'm going to hold off on that stuff. So now it's almost fully dry, and I'm going to put down some gelatos. So I can decide now to pull in some other colors, or I can stay with the pinks. But I think I'll pull in orange, yellow, and teal. And all I'm going to do, easy peasy, is just get some onto the page in different areas. And then I will take a brush and wet it and move it around a little bit. And some yellow. All right. And I can always put more on if I want to, and that is fine. So I'm going to take a brush. Let's see. I'm going to use this brush, which is the outside of it is falling apart. It's a Liquitex brush, and the silver paint on the outside of the brush is all coming off. But anyways, that's okay. So I did put it into water, but it's not super wet. So it's almost like dry brushing, but there is a little bit of water involved because I do have to activate the gelatos. Okay, and I don't necessarily want to blend all these colors, so I just want to be careful. Some of it I don't mind if I blend, but I don't want to blend all of it. I don't want it to all look orange. I definitely don't want that. Oops, I put a little bit too much water down there. Did you see that? It actually took the gelato right off. I'm going to put more gelato down there. Yep, way too much water on my brush. All right, and we'll do it again. And I wiped my brush off and I didn't put it back in the water. And you can see, I mean, it does. It gets it moving without a lot of water, so you don't necessarily need a lot. Okay, awesome. I like that. I like that a lot. So like what I'm looking at right now is I have orange, orange, orange. I have the teal, teal, teal. I have yellow here, here, here. I'm going to put a little bit of yellow over here. And just kind of blend that out just a little bit. Yeah, see, I like that. That looks pretty. I am happy with that. So you can still, excuse me, see like the original papers that I put down, but you can see every single layer, every single layer. Now, after this, I'm going to do a little bit of stenciling, but very, very, very little because I don't want it to take a long time to dry. I want to be able to hit it with the heat tool and have it dry because I want to do more on top of it. So I have my light paste. It is opaque. So opaque means that it's a solid color. You can't see through it. And then I have this stencil, which you can tell I have loved very much. And this is super soft. Super soft. And what this does is it's just going to add just a little bit more fun to the page. And you can do a lot. You can do a little. You can do whatever you want. So, you know, me and my threes, I don't know. I'm all about the threes, apparently. So let's see. So, and I'll do that up there. Okay. Whoop. I'm getting it everywhere, so I have to make sure I wash that. Since I don't have a thing of water with me, I am going to just wipe it off. And then I will clean it better as soon as I can. Okay. So that is the light paste by Art Basics. And I want to dry that just a little bit. And then we're going to work on that owl. We're going to work on the owl. I don't know what color to make this owl. What color do you think? And where should he go? And I did want to pull in fact, this is kind of where I got the color for this page, was this flower right here, cut out of paper. It almost blends in too well at this point. That might not be a good one to pull in. This might be a better one. I have a whole bunch of them over here. So I'm going to put a few here and figure this out. I even have like a bigger one like that. I even have the different shape like that. But we'll figure it out. I don't know. So I don't think that this is going to fully dry, and that's okay because it will have a little bit of time to dry because I'm going to work more in the middle of the page. And if I do decide to put a little bit over this over here, it's okay. It's just going to cover it up. No big deal. Okay, so I can put this away. And I'm trying to keep my table as clear as possible. I'm using the Tim Holtz glass mat, which I do love, and it's so true. When he does his video on it, he's like, oh, this is your space to create on, and it's so true. He was right. It does. It kind of gives you that space to create on, just like he said. I want to... Let me see, I need a piece, something to put under there, or put that on top of. Okay, I want to make him a color. Maybe yellow, a nice bright yellow. Maybe that would be good. I don't have, you know what, let me pull out my Dina Wakley Lemon acrylic paint, which will be perfect for this little owl. And all I'm going to do is take my finger and put some owl around. You know, I might make him a couple different colors. So all I'm doing is putting some right on my finger and getting it on the owl. I'm going to pull out some orange as well. Now, I don't want him to blend too well into onto the page, so I do have to be careful. Maybe I shouldn't. Let me show you. Let me show you what it looks like right now. Let me just clean this. I don't know. I kind of even like it partially white like it is. Let's look and see together. Let me pull this back over. And see, that's what it looks like right now. I mean, I kind of like that because he really pops off the page, right? I think I'm going to do that. I like that. Now, I have to decide, do I want to cover these flowers with the owl? Don't I want to cover them? Do I want him sitting on that, which I do like? Will I incorporate any of these flowers? See, lots of questions, lots to think about. You know, so you can kind of fool around. I can kind of go half on the page and half off the page and just cut it to where, you know, what falls off the page. We have the pinker over there. I kind of like that. So there's color on both sides, just a little bit. I don't know. I do not know. I have to kind of futz around. Should I make like a little cluster down here? Maybe that's what I should do, is do like a little cluster of different papers and shapes. I could do something like that too. That's kind of cute. Or not. Either way, I don't know. I don't know. I wish you guys could tell me. I should do some live Facebook, YouTube live. I really should. I haven't ventured into that. But those that know me know I like to go live. I do it, or did it, on Facebook multiple times a week. All right. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I kind of like that, but I don't know what else to add to that. It would need more than just those 3 pieces to make that a cute little cluster. I do have some washi here as well. This says Jesus, Jesus, and it has little hearts. This one says hopes and dreams. I use this one a lot, and I think it's because of the color. But I could use these. Let's see what else I have here. Keep going, keep going. Oh, and I like the colors on that too. All right, you know what? I'm going to pull this out. I like it better without it. I'm going to go ahead and get the owl down. I think I'm going to put him right there. what I'm going to do first. So now I know the placement of where I want the owl, but I'm going to take some washi tape and actually put it under these little tickets right here. And it's not so much about what these washi tapes, what they say. It's just more about color. It's more about having more layers on the page, a little bit more interest. That's really, really, really all it is. Let's see. I'm going to go with this one. And gosh, I haven't even used this one yet. I can tell it has that straight edge. I hope it works. Oh my, there we go. There we go. All right, I had my doubts there for a second. And I'm going to actually layer up the washi. So again, it's not about the words at this point. It's about colors and layering. Colors and layering. Come on, where are you? There's no end to this one. Don't you love that too? You go to find the end of it. It's like, where the heck is the end? All right. I'm going to go a little bit off over here. So you can see I have 3 different pieces of washi here. And they're just all zigzagged. Nothing, you know, all straight and whatever. So where's my tiny attacher? As you guys know, I love my tiny attacher big time. Like, why should I struggle putting that down on the page? Oops, I'm sticking to my deli paper, when I can just staple it and I'm done. So when there's something that might be a little bit difficult, oh wow, this is really sticking. I should have moved it off of here. Whoops. Yep. All right. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and put 2 little staples in that, and it's down. And it's easy. All about easy. I want to get it in the right spot and make sure. Perfect. Perfect. And it does stick up a little bit, and I like that. And so what I'm thinking with this owl is he needs to be outlined somehow, right? Because otherwise he's just too white and blah. So we need to do something with him. I could use ink, right? And like a dauber and go around. I could use some more paint and put it around. I could just adhere him down and then take, like, remember I had these pulled out, the Posca paint pens, and I could do something around him with the paint pen. Maybe that's what I'll do. All right, I'm going to use this same, the fluid medium, the matte medium, to get him down. So here I am wetting the page again. And I want his little feet to be on top of that. Now I know that the acrylic paint I put on here is not going to move, but the gelatos that I put underneath is definitely going to get reactivated with this matte medium. So I just want to be careful, and it's okay that there's a little bit that's going to like get on top of like these little tickets down here, and a little bit's going to get on the white of the owl, and that's okay. I just don't want it to be a lot. So that's good. So he's down. He's good. He's down. All right. Nice. That is good. Okay. And I'm going to dry that, and then we're going to take the Posca paint pen, And I hope that you guys try this. I really do. I find it, you know, super relaxing and enjoyable. So I hope that you also, you know, will give this a try for sure. Okay, he's just a little bit sticky. So I think what I'll do, so I definitely ruined this piece of deli paper, as you can see. So I'll just take, you know, a stamp or two that I really like with some of the archival ink and just stamp on it, and then I can use it for collage just like this. I'll get it down onto a page, so I'm not going to waste that piece of deli paper. All right. Okay, so that's good. And so now I have my Posca paint pens, and I have to figure out, what do I want to do? How much do I want the owl to blend in? I feel like I need to do maybe multiple colors. All right, let me make sure that this is going to work. I'm going to do orange first, and the reason I'm going to do orange is because I want to get some orange on the owl himself. And I am going to go ahead and I'm going to blend it around. So just like with, whoops, I need a napkin. Just like with the Faber-Castell Pitt pens, obviously a paint pen is wet when you put it down. So you get to smear it around as well. So Posca paint pens you can buy individually, you can buy like in little sets. So you just have to search online and you'll find what you want. They're a little on the expensive side, but you know what? You get a nice little supply. Like, you know, you get a little bit at a time and you're good. And you're good. All right, so see how that made him pop just like that? I'm going to go ahead and actually put some orange here and smear that. And I want it on the paper because that's giving him dimension. You see that? I'm going to do the same around his eyes. Now, I don't have to, or you can if you want, you know, do the whole owl. I would just really like that. I think I'm going to pull in. I'm glad I pulled this color out. A little bit of this bronze. It is metallic, so let's see. I do have brown that's not metallic. No, you know what? I'm going to go with the one that's not metallic. So you can hear there's a little ball in there, and it's actually mixing up the paint. And since I haven't used it in a while, I'm just going to go on a piece of paper just to make sure it's working. And then I'm just going to do this and pull in a little bit of brown. Blend it around with my finger. I kind of like that, but I'll just put a little bit of brown in there. Just a little bit. And just blend it around. Oh, that looks pretty. Put a little bit of brown here in the middle. I don't want to blend that too far. Oh, I like that. Oh, he looks cute. Isn't he cute? I could even take like a couple little gemstones or pearls and put that in his eyes. Super cute. Super cute. I like that. I like that. So what I could do now, if I want to, is take, and I think I will. Which one do I want to use? Gosh, I use these a lot, right? So these two colors right here, and I have the big Pitt pen on order. In fact, it might be out on my front step. In black, because my other one was ruined. But so it's the cold gray and the black I use all the time. I think I'll try the cold gray and see. Yeah, that's good. I don't need to have black on this. this is dark enough. So I'm just going to take the time to go around while it's still wet. I'm definitely going to smear that around a little bit. It just softens it. You don't have to do that. If you want to get the look of clean lines without the blending effect, you don't have to do this. You can just put it around your image or your, whatever you're working on, and just leave it as is. I do realize that not everybody likes this look. Some people definitely work very neatly. I have a friend at work that just, oh my gosh, when she does her flowers and everything, absolutely gorgeous, but they're so darn neat. It's like her style and my style are just totally different. Totally different. I think I'm going to make his eyes. I'm going to give him little eyeballs, just so he has some eyes and he doesn't look so funky without eyes. You know what? I think his eyes need black. I'm going to go over that with black because it just wasn't dark enough. All right, so that's our little owl. He's done. I love how he looks. And now I feel like I need to put something up here, right? Some sort of a phrase or a stamp or something. Something needs to go there. Actually, I like the word vintage. I don't think I've ever used this word. Oh, I kind of like that. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That's what I'm going to do. You know what? And it shouldn't take you a long time to make a decision on what you want to do. You put it down. Oh, I have used it. It has ink on it. You put it down and you like it. You know what? Just do it. Just do it. All right. So this says vintage. And I'm using my black, jet black archival ink. And because I think he's super cute. He looks a little vintagey, right? I think he does. Oh, and you know what? I knew that was going to happen. You know why? Because it's textured. But that's all right. We'll go ahead and we'll do a little bit of outlining on that. Now I'm going to expect the same thing here because there's actually where I did, whoops, the light paste up there with the stencil. So it is definitely textured and it's not flat. But I'm just going to press this just a little bit harder. And I'm going to actually go, well, let me see if I can go on. Whoop, nope. I'm just going to leave it. I'm done. The reason I was going to try to go underneath the page and push up was because my stamp block was over here and that was higher. And I knew that that was going to interfere. But that's all right. Here we go. Here we go, people. Here we go. All right, so now I want to make that. I kind of like the way it looks, but I just want to outline it just a little bit. Where's my pen? Where's my pen? Well, I have this one, my Tombow. Maybe this one will work. And I don't want it to be super neat, or I don't want the letters to be colored in. I just want to give them just a tad more definition without making them or even trying to make them perfect. That's not what I want to do. I really just want to get it so you can read the word. And I want to leave all that very vintagey look, right? See, I could say I planned this. I planned putting stamping the word vintage not clearly because it makes it look more vintage. I like that. Ooh, do you see that? Do you see how good that looks? I love it. I love it. My lights are blinking because my daughter's putting the dryer and washer on downstairs, and it makes my lights blink. I like it. I think I'm going to call this page done. I could do one more thing, and maybe I will, is just take some white paint and splatter it, or I could just leave it as is. I'm going to leave it as is because I do have the opaque paste that I used in the stencil, and that's white, and if I, took the splatter, it would just kind of, get rid of that look of the stencil there. So this is a really long video, and I'm really sorry, but it was like a lot of fun, and I totally love it, and I hope that you enjoyed this. I don't know if you're like me, but I kind of do things around the house. Well, not around the house, but like if I'm sitting there writing bills or something like that, or on Facebook, sometimes I'll take and watch a video, or at least have it on and listen to it. Okay, so that's it, everybody. I hope you enjoyed. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Thank you. Bye-bye.